Hello, it's Enya and Drew from the future cutting in. Again, is this our second cut-in?
Yeah.
We're so cutty like that.
We just wanted to let you know that we talk about some really deep and dark, serious shit that may be a little triggering to some people. So we wanted to put a little warning in here.
We speak on DEATH. Is that how you spell it? That was hard for me.
But yeah, we just want to let you know, just to let you know.
It is not for the fragile of mind, and if you're not feeling your best mentally, maybe skip out on this, and we'll see you next episode. But for those of you who are brave, not brave, sorry, I'm saying the wrong words. Whatever, man.
So people who are afraid of death, they're triggered by death, aren't brave, Enya? Let's open that up.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Emergency Intercom. I don't want to say a number because who knows?
Who knows? You might have filmed 3 or 4 of these and scrapped them.
Don't fucking kiss me, bitch.
Okay.
You can't kiss my hands, only my lips.
You know
Ew, your face when I said that is so scary.
You know I want to.
So we decided we should open this episode up again about our mental health. I feel like we talk about our mental health in every single episode.
Because it's such a big part of our lives. It
is
really
the core
does.
Center of
it
us.
Literally affects us so much. And people are like, why don't y'all post so often? It's because we are literally mentally ill. But with that being said, I woke up today after being trapped for 3 days in purgatory, like mental purgatory, where like I completely feel nothing. I have zero motivation. Like life just doesn't have that lust that you'd expect. And I woke up today and I was like, I feel fucking good today. And then I kept just repeating like, I'm going to feel good today. Today is going to be a good day. And I like affirmed that. And I feel great. I feel awesome.
It's only 1:30. It can get worse.
it can take a down.
No. I agree though. Like with that ideology, I was telling Drew, I think I've said it before online too, and I probably sounded crazy. But when I was in that really bad depressive episode in 2019, I remember I was in Miami and I was texting a friend and I was like, I think I literally have to wake up and just convince myself it's gonna be okay, because like every day I wake up and my first thought is like, this is miserable, I can't believe my eyes just opened and I can like see the world and I am here. Like,
yeah, literally me for the past 3 days I was like, I don't want to do this, like, I don't want to do this. But no, I woke up and me and Josh talked about it briefly last night and I was like, no, it's like fully real. So like even before I went to bed, I was like, tomorrow's gonna be a great day, because like it really is like what you feed your brain, like what you think about yourself is how you're gonna feel. And I just thought good thoughts and good things are happening.
And so let that be a lesson. If you're sitting around like a little lazy sack of shit and you're like, I'm depressed, I hate my life, fix it.
Literally just smile. Like just smile and fix your depression.
Turn that frown upside down and it'll go away.
All you have to do is just stop thinking about it.
No, but it actually does help, because I remember I would be like, okay, I'm going to like point out a positive thing that happened every day, even if it was the tiniest fucking thing. Because literally sometimes you'll be so deep into a depressive episode, you're like literally clinging to nothing. You're like, oh no, but like my fucking cereal this morning, like something about it was so good.
Was good. Like I ordered cat food to the door. Like I have to wake up to get that.
Yeah, I gotta go run my errand or my cat will die.
Yeah.
Like something, just clinging to anything. And if you make those clings positive, you might
surprise yourself. You might surprise yourself. No, like, can we talk about how that tweet Cameron Dallas tweeted like 15 years ago is like still haunting him to this day? It's like still the biggest joke ever.
Which one?
When he was like, if you're depressed, just smile. Like that was him. All that shit came from him. He was like, if you're depressed, just smile.
Aw, thank you. Thank you, Cameron.
Dallas. No, like literally, but that's exactly what I just said. I was like, thinking back to it, I was like, But no, it is true a little bit. Like, it
but
does
also,
help.
we're speaking from our personal experience, something that's helped us. Like, it might not help everybody. And sometimes it doesn't help, but sometimes it does.
Everyone in the comments is like, just get medicated. Medicate yourself.
Please go see a professional. I see a professional, but I refuse to take medication.
Yeah. I'm wearing a cap today because I miscalculated my hair wash days, and my hair is really fucking greasy. Just had to point that out.
Literally, I don't think anyone would have questioned why you were wearing a hat. You didn't have to say that.
I just
like, you wear hats all the time.
I wanted to say
if I pulled up with a fucking baseball cap on, then people would be like, all right, bitch, let's see that scalp.
Let's see the
I
scalp
know
crust.
It's greasy. I forgot where I was. Oh, I went the day I wore that, like, Elmer Fudd orange hat.
Yeah.
I was out for ice cream with Mason and Dante, and I, like, took it off to talk about how greasy my hair was. And it was literally, like, laid flat, like I'd put gel in it.
Stuck to your head. The cap stuck to your head.
And that's okay, because you have to train your hair to be oily.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's healthy. And also, when you get 3 weeks deep and, like, you, like, wring out the oil, it's, like, actually free cooking oil.
I've decided I'm going to start slapping people. Like, imagine when you said that, I just went...
Like, start doing it. Like, I literally give you permission to. Just like okay, you know those videos of... Oh my God, I thought it
I know what you're about to talk about.
Like, you know those videos of, like, people getting, like, massive amounts of, like, disgusting, rotting food poured all over them when they're asleep, or, like, gallon buckets of water poured on them, or, like, mustard bottles squirted on them? I gave everyone in my life permission to do that to me just when I'm least expecting it. And, like, the other night I fell asleep when everyone was still awake, and, like, I heard Kai mention, he was like, we should do it to Drew. And I actually, like, got so fucking angry inside. I was like, I swear to God, if they try to do that shit to me right now, I will freak the fuck out.
I know, every time you keep saying, like, y'all have permission to do that to me, we literally, like, you can't make noise around Drew when he's asleep. He will fall asleep in the middle of all the fun, and then be like, wake up and be like, or, like, you do this thing where you, like, toss around really angrily instead of saying anything.
Like, everyone will just be in the living room, like, chatting it up, and then I'm like, I just doze off, I fall asleep, and then I get actually angry when people wake me up when I'm the one that's sleeping in the wrong spot. Like, it's actually, like, so wrong. Like, I'll storm out of the room, but
yeah,
it's just
literally.
like grumpy. I'm not actually angry. It's just like I'm fucking tired and I'm, like, woken up.
No, I feel that. When we went to that waterfall thing, I was falling asleep, and I was having one of those nights where, like, for some reason, I think usually I'm pretty good at that. Like, if I fall asleep around people, I, like, usually don't make a fuss or say anything about it because I can literally sleep through anything.
Yeah.
But on this, like, in Big Sur, I was falling asleep, and we all fell asleep watching something on the TV. And I was like, turn it off. Like, and Josh was being really nice because we had to share a bed. He was like, do you, like, is it the light or is it the noise? I was like, it's the light. Both. Turn it off. And I was like, turn it off. And
turn it off.
Ding, 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 ding. No, and then Christian was on the other side of the room eating chips. Oh, God. And I was trying so...
I know those chips stink like shit.
No, actually, before the chips, him and Lucas were whispering to each other, and all I hear was like... Psst,
ew.
And out loud, I was like, all I fucking hear right now is... Stop. Like, and I said that, and then they, like, just kind of laughed, but then stopped. And then I could hear Christian eating his chips and trying so hard to be quiet, because it would be like... And then you would just hear, like of the bag.
Dude. The worst type of angry is when you're, like, actually angry, and then, like, the people you're angry at just laugh at you.
It's literally meeting you in Miami.
I was gonna mention Miami. Like, dude, that shit was actually diabolical. That was rude.
I was drunk. It's okay.
It's
I'm like,
chill
it's okay.
now.
I was drunk.
It's chill now, but, like, literally, I was so mad. I snapped. It was, like, my breaking point. Like, I snapped. Like, I was asleep peacefully in the room. Enya and Orion had, like, gone out, and I was like, I don't want to, like, go out to a club tonight. I'm, like, good just, like, hanging out and, like, going to sleep early, whatever. And like Enya and Orion stumble in like 3 hours later. I was like dead asleep. And they are just like literally the loudest I've ever heard them be in my entire life. They were like, it felt like they were like, let's be as loud as possible to piss off Drew in particular. And
What's fucked up is I don't remember thinking for a second about the fact that you were sleeping in there. Like, I was just on one.
And I tried my hardest. I really did. I like covered my head with my pillow.
You were doing...
I did my thrash.
Yeah.
I thrashed a couple times like as a warning sign. It's like literally me like warning y'all. It's like I'm about to snap if y'all don't shut the fuck up. And then I just snap. I don't even remember what I said.
You were like, this is literally the meanest thing anyone's ever done to me. Like, and me and Ryan just laughed. It was so mean.
And I was like, wow. I've like actually was like really angry. Like it was like in my heart angry, like seeing red. But yeah, literally.
It's okay because Orion and Josh and you, I think, got payback on me the next night because when I slept over the next night, you might have been asleep. But Josh and Orion were literally talking over my body and like face apping pictures of each other and flash photoing each other over my dead body.
Dude, there's like really funny videos from like when it was just me me, Orion, and Josh in the room of us literally just being fucking like rambunctious children, like just jumping from bed to bed and like it's ridiculous.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Getting a hotel room with your friends is so fun.
It's so fun. Like double beds, like all bunking together. It's like actually way more fun than an Airbnb in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Airbnbs, but that's also because I'm literally like banned on Airbnb.
I'm fucking banned too because of y'all.
Not because of me. I didn't stay there. And I didn't dye my hair at your Airbnb. It's literally because of he who shall not be named. I won't air him out like that, but someone had a little fun dyeing their hair in an Airbnb.
Someone dyed their hair in an Airbnb that I booked that I wasn't able to stay at because I was exposed to COVID. And so I was like, whatever, y'all can just stay there, like have fun. I was like devastated, like internally, but I wasn't going to project that onto y'all. And then like halfway through the trip, the trip's over and the next day I get an email saying like the room was destroyed, the towels were stained, the tub was stained, like all this crazy shit with like red hair dye. And I was like, who the fuck dyed their hair in my Airbnb? And she gave me a terrible rating and now I can't book anywhere on anything.
It was not me.
But it's chill because like it originally was you booking all the Airbnbs on your account.
I know, and then
your shit got fucked up. And then now it's me and I was like, fuck, I hate booking Airbnbs on my account. And now anytime we book an Airbnb, it's not on us. We're going to put it on someone else.
Literally the someone else is Orion.
It's
Orion's
me.
the only other party event planner in the group. It's me, Drew, and Orion. We're like the fucking trifecta of events.
Yeah, people just don't appreciate the events we put on. And
we're like, people don't appreciate it when our friend group literally raves about it for the next like 3 weeks. And that's why we keep doing it, because we get so much serotonin from them being like, I just had the best night of my life. And we're like, I know. I'm sure you did.
We did that.
But yeah, that wasn't me. I like hotels though, and I don't fuck with Airbnbs. They're overpriced. They're kind of fucking creepy.
They are creepy. Like, okay, bleep this out in post, but Shane Dawson was onto something with that fucking video with all the spy cameras and shit. Like, that had me paranoid still. That still has me paranoid.
You saying bleep this out in post? You didn't say anything crazy.
Shane Dawson.
Bleep out his name.
It's Shane Dawson derogatory.
That motherfucker was a fear-mongering monster.
Dude, I was looking back on all of his videos recently and like it was literally just like conspiracy theorist nut job, like Alex Jones, like weird
chaos agent.
Yeah, chaos agent, weird shit, like sending fear into everybody. And literally everyone sat around their TVs in big groups and watched that fucking show together.
That Chuck E. Cheese shit was so fucking funny. I don't give a fuck if they reuse slices. Chuck E. Cheese pizza is so fucking good.
They better reuse slices.
That's probably what makes them so good, is they sit out and get all the little
the little crust on them. Exactly.
Yeah.
And also it's like wasting less food. Like, hello. Hello,
Chuck E. Cheese is doing what's supposed to be done. I am like, the next topic is on the forefront of my brain, but it's like touchy.
Which one?
The bussy debate.
Oh my god. The bussy debate.
Okay, so I don't know why.
A little bit of history, a little bit of lore. Let's start there.
So there was a moment where I think you were super obsessed with saying bussy. Like, yeah. I think everyone went through a moment where like 3
years ago.
Yeah, whatever. Where bussy was the word. And then one time I referred to my own bussy, and Drew got very angry and was like, girls can't have bussies.
It's a boy I don't like saying the word. It's a boy pussy.
Okay, but it could also be a butt pussy. Like,
I just don't think girls have bussies. That's all I'm saying.
And here's my argument. I'm like, who is the originator of the pussy? Woman. So we have every right to come and send a cease and desist to the word bussy because the half end of it is literally us.
But who was the one that created the word bussy?
Gay men.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to take anything from gay men, God bless, but if I would like to refer to my fucking butthole... It just sounds
homophobic. It just sounds homophobic.
You're serving homophobic. If I would like to refer to my butthole as bussy, I have every right to.
But it's...
Okay, so realistically, I would never be like, oh, my bussy. Like, I would never actually say it. But, like, I just like the idea that if I would like to reserve a place and time for me to refer to it as my bussy, I can say it.
My only argument in this situation is boy pussy. That's all. That's all the ammo I have. And you have your rebuttals, and you can argue forever about it.
I guess, yeah, when I think of bussy, I do think of boy pussy. But, like, why can't I have... I want a boy pussy.
You want to be a part of the fun.
I just like want to be a part of the moment, and like I don't want to be. I want to have a bussy.
Well, too damn bad. It's probably my internalized misogyny coming out. That's what it is. That's the real conversation that needs to be had.
You want a pussy so bad that you denounce women from having a pussy. But that was literally it. Like, we just debate about this pretty often.
It's like it happens maybe once every 6 months. Like when the bussy thing started happening on TikTok, it became a topic of conversation again. Like it happens once every 6 months where we get into this little scuffle about it, and then we bring other people in and we're like, can girls have bussies? And it's pretty like
it's pretty even.
Like people like either agree or like strongly disagree. Like it's an even argument. So like in the comments, let us know, like, can girls have bussies?
Guys, can you please let us know if, like, I as a woman am capable of obtaining the metaphor of bussy? Like, may I please have a bussy?
Debate in the comments. Debate bussy in the comments.
When you say debate in the comment, I literally think about people, like, with swords and fucking, like, knives, like, shanking each other over it.
I mean, that's what it will come to. We just love creating discourse.
We literally have not... No one was having discourse. Like, literally, we thought we were like, whoa, we're about to, like, downward spiral this shit.
We're about to set the world on fire.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because no one cares about us. That's not true. Apparent. It's actually not true.
Well, billionaires are going to space.
I don't like that. Okay, but we've oh, actually, I think
redacted episode.
Yeah, on one of the redacted episodes, we talked about this. So should we open this up? Because it kind of falls into the same.
Yeah, we can open it up, but I've changed my mind on it fully. Like, I fully think it's whack now.
Like space travel?
Yeah. Not like the commercialized space travel. I'm like, oh, like, why? What's the fucking point? Like,
yeah,
we have airplanes. Like, we're kind of doing enough. Like, why do we need to capitalize fucking space? Like,
so basically, in a redacted episode that might be on a Patreon, or if we might start a Patreon. I don't know. We do a lot of things where we say things and we don't do them. So
should we start a Patreon because we're operating in a negative deficit and we are making no money and it's like starting to hurt my bank account a little bit?
Would you like to assist us? But we have an episode where we talk about that. I am anti-space travel. I just don't get it. I'm like, why do y'all want to go out there so bad? Like, I don't get it. I'm here. Like, I'm grounded in reality. My reality is here. I'm not about to be fucking kicking rocks on the moon. Like, if everyone on the planet Earth decided, like, Enya's the one going to the moon, no, bitch, I'm killing myself. I don't want to fucking go to the moon. There's no one there. There's nothing there.
I would wholeheartedly, I would accept that fully. Like, if someone was like, go to the moon, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to the fucking moon. With a guarantee I wouldn't explode in space. Like, I would fully go.
No, I don't want that. I want, like, attention for being, like, hot and funny and, like, creative.
You'd be the hot, funny, creative first
no,
hot, funny,
creative. No, I'd be the fucking nerd on the moon.
No, you'd be the first hot, funny, creative girl on the moon.
If I could go to the moon with my tits out, I would go to the moon. But
girl,
you
can. In this hypothetical, you can.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'm going to the moon.
Yeah. Me convincing you to go to the moon. Like, you can have your tits out if you want.
You literally can't. Like, I guess if they built a suit with, like, a shell around my tits.
They will free the nipple in our lifetime. Like, the nipple will be free. I believe that.
Can you shut your fucking mouth? Like, just think before you speak. But basically, I don't believe in moon travel. Drew has also, I guess, commercialized. I don't fuck with billionaires going to the moon. We need to kill these motherfuckers. There, I said it.
Literally your Wendy Williams.
My way, like, oh, death.
Damn.
To
death,
all of them.
Death to the billionaires. Literally, though. Like,
wait, did she actually say that?
No, she didn't say to the billionaires.
You like really gave a show of it. I was like, are you?
No, I agree though. Like, kind of. I don't think like we should kill them, but we should like figure something out where they like suffer a little.
No
bit.
killing people. I don't know, but like, girl, we need to lock you up in a cage. Like, we need to put you in a corner.
It is so unethical to have that amount of money. That much money. It makes
no sense.
Like, what are you doing with it? And I understand the whole argument. Like,
well, Jeffrey Bezos doesn't actually have that money. It's all tied up in
stocks. Well, like. Fuck off. Like, I don't care.
He
like,
shouldn't have the, like, capability of, like, pulling that money out.
Yeah.
If that even makes sense. Like,
but, like, literally, it's kind of crazy because if he did, he would destroy the world. Like, if he was just, like, one day, like, I want to liquidate Amazon and sell all my stocks, like, it would actually destroy the world for a little bit. Because, like, we are so Amazonified after the pandemic. Like,
I know. If I would have to, like, go get my cat food, that would destroy me.
Yeah, if I had to like leave the house, boots
the house down.
But yeah, billionaires going to space is stupid, and I would have loved to watch one of the rockets blow up.
That would be fucking awesome. But then what would happen? Who would take over his
Probably
spot?
Jeffrey Bezos stepped down, like a month ago or some shit like that. Like he stepped down from like, I don't know, I don't care at all, truly. But he stepped down as a position, and I had a theory. I was like, the rocket's going to blow up, but he's not actually going to be in the rocket, and he's going to fake his death and, like, live his life out on some, like,
not
random
you
island.
talking about the fucking Shane Dawsification of conspiracy theories, and then sitting here talking about Jeff Bezos faking his death.
He would, though. Like, if I was there, I would. Like, and then I would
sounds like you would. You don't know this man.
Yeah, I do. Like, we hang out. Also, no one commented on in the first episode when we fully lied about us hanging out with Timothy Chalamet, and people like just kind of didn't even address it at all.
Because we weren't lying.
I forgot we weren't lying.
Yeah. Like.
Oh my god, he was at the chateau.
Yes. Like you were just drunk and you forgot.
Ew,
that's a story for a different time.
But like actually though, like me and Elon Musk like hanging out at Burning Man, like
that was odd, and I wasn't there, and I'm glad I wasn't there. But yeah.
But it was cool because it was like his camp. Like it was campy.
He was serving camp.
He was looking camp directly into the eye. No, but literally all billionaires should like be set on fire ethically.
What the fuck? Using these big words, ethically and sustainably, we should deconstruct the capitalistic ideology.
I have such a high IQ. Like, it's actually dangerous how high my IQ is. And, like, you have, like, a really high EQ, like, an emotional intelligence. Like, that's good to have. But, like, for me, my high IQ is, like, really dangerous. And, honestly, it makes it hard for me to even exist in, like, a world where, like, everyone is just, like, less smart than me.
I'm not kidding. I actually am fucking butt-fuck stupid. Like, I say that shit all the time, and people are like, no, you're not. And I'm like, girl, I am stupid.
You're not, though. Like, IQ is not, like... It doesn't tell you how, like, you have, like, really great intuition. That's kind of like a backhanded compliment.
I know, you're like, no, girl, you might be stupid, but, like, that gut feeling. Like,
but it's true. Like, I would rather have, like, great intuition than
I'm, like, it's not that I'm stupid. I'm just, like, kind of an airhead. Like, when people talk to me, I'm like... But maybe that's my attention issue.
Yeah, that's not...
When people talk to me and explain things to me, I'm literally like, you might as well be doing backflips right now.
Ooh, for an episode, we should get, like, professionally done IQ tests and finally, like, see, like what it is.
I'm
like,
so down.
Like, I genuinely don't know what
I've never taken an IQ test.
I've taken those bullshit online ones that tell you you're, like, an actual super genius when you take it, but, like...
I've taken the gifted test to get into gifted.
Did you pass?
Yes, my parents would let me do it. But that's okay though, because I also was kind of against it. Like, they put me up to do it, and I'm like, I want to do this so I can say I'm gifted. But, like, the gifted class in my school was literally, like, 8 people.
Yeah, it's so
and I was like, y'all are fucking nerds!
Losers!
And then...
Bookworms.
Yeah.
4 eyes.
Actually,
brace face.
I think I took it, I got in, and then that was in 5th grade. Like, when I had just started 5th grade, and they were like, oh, also, if you want, you can skip to 6th grade.
Oh, hell no.
And then I wanted to skip to 6th grade, but my parents were like, no, you shouldn't be hanging out with, like, older kids. And also, thank God they did that because, like, I had all my fucking homies in elementary, like, me and my girls. So, yeah, I'm smart as fuck when I was 8.
No, I feel
I don't
like
know what I'm up to now.
I feel like everyone was though. Like if you're on the internet now and like you absorb internet content, like when you were like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like you had a higher reading level than like your grade. And
Yeah, but
now
the
you're
internet-
like actually stupid as shit and brain rotted.
I was gonna say, also, the internet is so big, the dumb bitches are on there. They've migrated.
They're just not
Maybe
on
in
our side.
2014, if you were, like, Cuddy, it was like, oh, my God, I'm so crazy. Like, I'm different. But now it's, like,
Everyone's on the internet.
Billy Joe Bob is live on TikTok at 3 a.m.
I love those TikTok lives so much.
Mine are just so different because I go on... If you ever see me, I'm trolling. But I go on TikTok... on my main account on people's lives, and it's like always my TikTok always gives me like men trying to be sexy, and I always go on there and troll them, and I'm like, oh my God, your voice, your raspy voice, you're so fucking sexy.
You're like so hot.
Like, is it wrong to say I'm horny right now? Oh my God. And then one time a guy like read the comment out loud, and then he like screenshotted it, and I was like, actually, please stop. I like, please delete this. I have a boyfriend. And I like kept saying that.
And then all the comments were like, damn, bitch, like get off this live.
Yeah,
but,
like I'm telling on you.
And then he didn't address it. He just laughed at it. But why did he screenshot that also? Like,
I think because he touched my account. He was like, 292K. What do you do? I'm like, bitch, TikTok. Like, we're both on here.
Like, what do you mean, what do I do?
I do everything. I dabble.
We really do dabble, though. I would rather live a life of dabbling than a committed life of...
Literally me with YouTube. I dabble. I dabble in my main job. I dabble.
I always bring this up to Enya, and I've had a change of heart recently.
That's the name of this episode. A change of heart.
But I always bring up this hypothetical. I'm like, Enya, if I lost the lower half of my body, like, would you take care of me?
And from jump, I've always said no.
And it actually, like, hurt my feelings.
I know. When I first said it, he, like, actually got so fucking upset with me.
I got, like, quiet. Like, I got quiet sad. I was like...
You asked this while I was taking you somewhere to run an errand. Like, I was like, bitch, I'm already playing mommy.
No, I used to think, like, well, like, you're, like, my best friend. Like, you should be willing to give up your life to, like, wheel me around in my, like... half hemi state where I don't have legs. And then I was like, would you change? I was like, okay, all the leg shit aside, you don't have to take care of me. Would you change my colostomy bag?
And I said, fuck no.
And I was like, girl, I would change your colostomy bag. And actually, on top of that, I would eat it like one of those applesauce. Like, I would eat the colostomy because that's just how much I love you.
Well, I love you with all my fucking heart, but that's not my goddamn job. Like,
would you come visit me?
Yeah, I would like hang out with
3
you
times
still.
a week.
Yeah, that's nothing. I see you 24/7. Like, the thing is, I am pretty traditional that I believe, one, that's a partner's job. And even at that, like, I wouldn't expect
that's
like a
a
romantic partner to do that. Yeah, that's a parent's job. I'm like, bitch, I'm putting you in a fucking U-Haul and shipping your ass back to Texas.
You're strapping me down.
I'm not even letting you
You're
get
throwing me like a football bag. Realistically, if I'm ever in that predicament and I'm in a coma and they're like, he will live if we cut off the lower half of his body, fucking kill me. Kill me. I don't want to live that life. I'm sorry.
My dad says that shit to me all the time. He's like, I don't want to be a fucking vegetable. Kill me. And I'm like, okay, bitch.
Because I won't be the same. I will be bitter and angry at the world, and I will hate everything. Actually, it would be so funny.
I know, like, I'm like, girl, if our podcast is doing well, I'm not cutting the plug.
Plop me in a chair. Make a chair like this, but like plop me.
I'm knocking on that skull and being like, hello, are you still there?
Hello.
But yeah, I can't do that taking care of shit. Like, I like to think I already play kind of a mommy role with my friends, and this already is too much. I'm like, I'm already too much of a mommy right now.
Mommy,
like, I can't.
Mommy, I need milk.
You don't give me milk. You claim to be mommy, but you don't give me milk.
Do you want my boob milk?
Yes.
I'll make that happen for you. I'll get pregnant and then, like, 8 months in, drop the baby so I can still be producing, like, breast milk maybe. And I'll give you the milk and kill the baby.
Okay, I'm down for that. I'm actually down for that. And we could like use it stem cells to like regenerate our youth.
Is that how that works?
I just remember
I don't want to be fucking young forever, bitch. I want to be 30 because
you want to be 30 sexy. Like 30 is a different sexy.
I don't want to be 30 because I'm like, I want to be older. I literally only want to be 30 because I genuinely do believe, like, not to say I can be kind of sexy now, but I think I still have like
kinda is the key word there.
Literally kinda. Like, I think still when I'm like on my sexy shit, it's like kind of funny because I'm like still a little young.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not young by any means, but like, I don't know. I feel, me and Orion talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Orion said this year, she finally feels like a woman. And like, she's turning 25 and she's like, I finally am feeling like very womanly in like nature. And I still sometimes I'm like, I'm a girl. Like, but I think that's because like, I don't know. That's like also just my self-perception. I'm sure no one looks at me and thinks, oh my God, that's a girl. People look at me and are like, that's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like, but that's also because I'm like a honky-tonky dumb fuck. Like, I'm just like kind of like airheaded. So I'm like,
yeah. I think like for guys, it's like completely different. Like the older you get, like the creepier you get. And it's like really scary. And you start balding and like it's gross. It's really scary. But I am excited to become like older, maybe.
I'm excited to become older because I think I'll be so hot as like a 30-year-old.
That's something I've been struggling a lot with recently is my age.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're sexy. I've been looking at everyone in the group. I was like, everyone in the group is aging really well.
We're literally becoming like hot, like younger hot people. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. We're like, we're definitely all in our 20s.
Yeah.
Like we're all in our almost mid-20s.
Dude, Josiah like it's actually crazy like how like older Josiah has gotten.
I know. Every time I look at videos, I'm like, oh my God,
he was
used to be a baby.
He was a child. But even like for myself, I look back at like when we first all started hanging out and I was like, dude, what the fuck? I still had like baby face.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh my God, like I look so old in the face. But like me now, I'm like, I'm an old fucking hag. Like
I haven't been getting ID'd as much, and that's how I'm like, oh yeah, people see me and think I'm a woman. Like, that's what makes me think I'm like, oh yeah, I am looking like a woman. Womanliness. But yeah, I want to be a sexy 30-year-old. I think I'll be hot.
Well, this conversation makes me uncomfortable because I don't want to age and I'm scared of it getting older.
I'm so excited to get older because I don't know. I think it's very graceful. I've realized everyone I've ever looked up to, or everyone who I look at, I'm like, damn, your shit is all put together. You like everything you do is so awesome. They're either very late 20s or early 30s. And I'm like, oh, that makes actually a lot of sense. Because I used to be like, dude, I don't have my shit together. Like, I'm about to be fucking 23. I don't have any of my shit together. And then I look at like a 30-year-old and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I, like hanging out with all of those people, I was just like, oh shit, like I still have so much time. Like I think like when... I don't know how to explain this, but basically I'm like, holy shit, like I'm 23, like I'm getting older, like I'm like hitting that point where like I'm about to start leaning towards 30 and I'm like, oh my God, that's like the most terrifying thing in the world. But then I also have this like combating thought where I'm like, dude, 7 years is so much time. Like I feel like I've been in LA forever, like for the longest time. But I've only been out here for like 3 years. And like that's double the amount of time until I'm 30. And like even then, like you're still so young when you're 30.
Yeah, I know. That's still like in the eyes of like a 50-year-old. It's like, girl, you don't know shit. Like it's really funny to think about. It's also just easy, especially in entertainment, because entertainment, especially influencing, like, yeah, there's not only an expiration date, but like within social media, the groups have only gotten younger and younger and younger. So it's easy to look at the fucking 18-year-olds who are like, okay, yeah, I just bought like a $5 million home. And then to look at myself and be like, I am nowhere near that. Like, I can't even fathom that. Like, what the fuck? And then be like, Jesus fuck, I'm almost 23. Like, why can't I fathom that? That person did that like at fucking 17.
Yeah.
And then you look at like 30-year-olds who are like, I don't know, maybe I might buy a house. And you're like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, that is the normal.
That is because capitalism.
Yeah, and that's not my fault. And
the boomers, our parents, stole all the money from us. and all the houses, all the billionaires buying up the real estate. We're about to live in a renter's economy. We'll never own a house again.
But the thing is, like, everybody is so mean to the billionaires, but they work hard.
Actually, T, they work for their money. Yeah. And that's why
I work hard for my money. What was that?
I was just riffing. I was just coming up with my own thing.
Oh, but speaking of old age, our other topic.
No, billionaire. We should keep elaborating on like why billionaires deserve their billions.
Oh, okay. They're cool. They're kind of lit.
They could buy me things
if I knew them personally. So I don't want to talk bad on the billionaires because what if one day maybe I knew one of them?
Yeah.
And are the chances of that so extremely low? Yeah, maybe.
Not really. I know a few.
I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth. But yeah, no. That's our take on billionaires. We don't fuck with them. I also, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I wish I had $1 billion. No, the fuck I don't. I was talking about that in the car. I was like, bitch, if I won $1 billion, do you see the way I handle my money now?
It would be bad.
I would be like, I'd just give everyone I know like $1 million and be like, I don't know what this means.
I don't need a lot of money. Like, I used to think, that is also something I want to touch on briefly.
Your change of heart.
Like, I used to be like, I need all the money in the world. Like, I need all of it. And now that, like, this is going to sound so fucking stupid and I hate saying this, but now that I have a little bit of money, I'm like, I'm perfectly fine with where I'm at. And I don't care if I don't have millions later in my life. But $1 billion, that's ridiculous.
No, that is so unnecessary. Like, yeah, because
even like anything over like fucking 20 million, I'm like,
what do you do? What do you do? Like, you're still waking up every day and eating eggs. Like,
yeah.
What about
we hate billionaires so much, but we still put our pants on the same way every single day. We put our socks on and our shoes on, one leg at a time, unless you don't have one. One of them. Hopefully my wiener hasn't been showing this entire time.
But speaking of old age, this is kind of a morbid conversation. No, but there's some funniness in it. I remember this time last year, I was talking to a friend about this a lot, and it was like one of our first conversations. It was like really funny, and it was the fact that I do not believe that anyone will kill me or that I will die by accident.
We've talked about it before on the podcast.
Yeah, but like we have to go in detail because again, I don't want it to be like a scary thing. It's more so like I have like
pride.
Too much pride. I'm like, bitch, if a murderer was coming into this house and I knew I was not going to make it, in their face I would kill myself. And I'd be like, boom, now you look fucking stupid and you're going to jail.
Now you're stupid and going to jail.
Yeah.
For me, like, I guess the question at hand is like, if you had to choose a way to die, how would you want to die? I want to be like, ew, I don't know. I'm like so scared of death. I'm scared of the process of dying. I don't care about what happens next. Like, literally, we either like are a simulation and you wake up and you take off the VR goggles and you're like, that shit was so real. And you freak the fuck out and they're like, you made it to level 27. Good job. Like age 27.
Yeah.
And then you freak the fuck out. Or we experience real reality.
So many times I've wanted to slap you today.
No. So I'm just like, whatever happens after death, I don't give a shit. But the process of dying like scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, same. Like, I don't like the idea of it happening, but I don't like the idea of anybody else or the universe getting to have a hand at it.
You either kill yourself or get killed.
That
was like the most
prolific thing ever. Like,
it's like it like actually resonated with me very deeply.
Yeah,
like,
same.
It's so real. Like, it's really real. No, for me, I think, like, I know we said, like, fuck all the space shit or whatever, but, like, being launched into outer space, like, with no helmet on would be kind of sick to die. Like, it'd be, like, iconic. Like, he was, like, launched into space.
Bitch, that is so whack.
Or, like,
your little limp body, like, floating around.
It would be
I guess,
fire.
actually, that's kind of
It'd be,
sweet.
like, really pretty and, like, but, oh, my God, it would be so scary. Oh my god, imagine sorry. Like imagine like having the helmet on and you have like 2 days of oxygen and food in your whatever and you're just floating off into space.
Why would you want that?
No, that's what I don't want that. I'm just saying like imagine that. That's the scariest shit ever.
I used to as a kid because I was just like grew up at the beach all the time and was like little Miami mermaid vibes. I used to want to die by drowning. That was a full belief of mine.
That is so wrong.
I was like, I want to die by drowning. I love being in the water. Like, I love this so much. And then as I got older and I like started to learn really what that meant, I was like, that sounds so painful.
You were like, I'm going to become a mermaid.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to drift off into the sea. Like,
no.
Bitch, no, my remains would be tore up after I like had the worst, most excruciating death ever.
Oh,
like,
hell.
fucking awful.
No.
Oh, also, when I was a kid, this is like the craziest thing ever, but it really shows that my brain has been fucked up since the moment I was born. I remember with my like birth mom, she was like taking me to school, and I, from a very young age, this is so fucked up, and like, I don't know if it's okay for me to say, but this was like my childhood thought. I literally was like, because I've always wanted to be a radio host. That was one of like the main things I wanted to. We're here.
We're like there. Your childhood dream is coming true.
Don't touch me, except friend. I'm literally in my fucking kitchen.
And it's really hot. It's 91 degrees in here.
The fuck was I saying? And this actually kind of makes no sense because I was like, I really want to be a radio host, but I also had the thought that I was like, if I had to work a desk job, I would kill myself. And that was a genuine thought I had as like a 7-year-old. And I believed in that, which doesn't really make sense because being a radio host, like you kind of live at a desk, but whatever. I meant like typing in my head, like I was thinking of those big monitors and like looking like Coraline's dad at a fucking computer.
Literally everyone listening to our podcast at their desk job right now.
Working from home though. Slaying on a Zoom call. But yeah, that's why I was like, I don't want it to sound rude, but this was my child brain. And I remember I said that out loud to my mom and she just turns to me and she's like, killing yourself is illegal. And I remember it scared the fuck out of me. I was like, oh my God.
What are they going to do? Bury you under the jail?
No, I'm not kidding. This is so fucked up. In my head, my brain literally imagined like my dead body handcuffed in like a jail cell. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want that. Like,
I used to think that like 1,000, with my whole heart, 1,000% the way I was going to die was in a car crash. You remember that?
Yes, I fucking hate it.
I fully believe that. And then also, like, at the same time, I'm like going 130 down the freeway. Like, I don't do that. That was a lie. I don't do that.
Our Uber going 130 with us in the fucking car the other night?
Okay. As wrong as it is, I instigated it. But I didn't tell him to go 130 miles per hour. Okay, also,
you're a fucking Uber. You shouldn't do it.
I was
We're all drunk in the car. Like
I was in the front seat, like, singing Claro, Amoeba, like, chopping it up with him, trying to get him to, like, say something. And he completely fucking ignored me the whole time. And then I was just like, go 100. And he, like, his face lit up, and he went 100. And then he didn't fucking stop.
Yeah, he went to 130.
He kept going until he hit 130. And we stayed going 130. We didn't slow down.
Yeah, no.
We were zooming for like probably 3 miles going 130 miles per hour. And like in my drunk brain, I was having like the most fun in my entire life.
I know, it was so fun in the moment. And then we woke up and we were like,
we should have died last night. And Kai was with us and he was like, I was genuinely terrified. Like I was scared for my life.
I literally was just like, this is happening. I was too busy listening to Claire.
That new album, like, come on, Miss
Her new album, that's my media, is that whole fucking album.
On, Miss Claire.
Yeah, going 130, I'm like, bitch, you're an Uber. Like, what, if I told you to fucking shoot someone, you would have also done it? If I told you to jump off a bridge, you would have done it? Like,
he probably would have crashed on purpose if we asked him.
Yeah, he was bored. But I get it. It's a boring job, baby. Me, I'm like, I can understand everyone's side. Like, I'm just like an empath. Like, I get his side. That night was fucking insane.
Literally the most chaotic. I was on full-blown demon mode. Like, I was evil that night.
Yeah, we talked about this before, about how
it was a purge. Like, the reason why I was, like, in purgatory mentally for the past 3-4 days was because I've been, like, hungover. And this is why I don't drink often and I can't drink often, is because, like, my hangovers last forever. Like, they actually fuck with my brain chemistry and, like, make me, like, a zombie of a person. I guess that's literally fucking everybody. Like, I'm not special. But it lasts for days and days and days. But oh my god, I was on one.
I literally didn't have a hangover because I'm a slayification.
You are a
of woman.
slayaholic.
I literally, after drinking, I will come home, shower, wash my face, go to bed, wake up, eat, slay.
When I come home after a night of drinking, I find rotten watermelons. I break them on the floor of the kitchen and put my feet in them and play in it. And that's not a joke. We'll add a picture and some video. And then I go to the most expensive house in LA and try to sneak in and almost get my ass beat by the security guards. And then I tell everybody pulling up to the party, like, don't go up there. They're having demon blood orgies. Like, it's really evil, sinister shit. Like, don't do it. And yeah, it's just like really, really dark shit. Like, I don't know what goes on in my brain when I'm drunk, but I'm a different person.
I think I just didn't get that drunk. Like,
we had free bottles of Azul. Like, I was like literally chugging that shit.
I know, dude. Ew. I get like the idea of like people like pouring shots in someone's mouth and it being like a sexy thing, but literally I am not sexy in that way. I'm like, don't fucking do that. I'm gonna get acid reflux, and I did.
Yeah.
I literally got acid reflux and I was like about to throw up, and I'm like, thank you.
Oh my god, like literally, like, no offense, but I was a super spreader that night. Like, I like was pouring that bottle into everyone's mouth. Luckily you were first and like Denzel was second, but like I was pouring it into like everyone's mouth. Like, anybody who like, oh my god, I need to talk about this, but if you have like a bottle in the club, like, you actually get like harassed. Like, I was touched like in ways I can't describe. And it was wrong. It was wrong in every sense of the word. I don't blame them.
They also tried to kick Drew out because he was wearing shorts.
I was wearing these fucking shorts. It was a fucking bar, a walk away from the beach, and literally everyone around me had shorts on, and they targeted me in the photo booth and was like, hey, you have shorts on, like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, but I look sexy. Like, what do you mean? I look good. And like, he walked past like 3 people with fucking shorts on.
Yeah, and then he was like, how'd you get in here? And I just went up to him, I was like, we were standing in front for fucking 20 minutes. Like, what do you mean? They let us in.
Yeah.
And then I was being a cunt to him because he was pissing me off, and I started recording him with my handy cam, and it has the brightest flash ever.
It was
like,
awesome.
He was like, stop recording me. And then he just walked away.
He was like, you know what? Like, you can stay. But I will say, he came up to me after I closed out the DJ set with all the scary music. I DJ'd for like 15 seconds.
We just go to parties and we harass people.
Dude,
so
no,
I guess it's only fair that Drew got harassed back.
Yeah.
My new thing is I want to take flash photos with everyone.
He came up to me after and apologized, and he was like, I'm sorry. Like, you're a cool guy. Like, I didn't mean that.
Anyone who like I see on the internet a lot and I like kind of find funny, like in my head they're a 3D render and they're not like really a real person, I want to take flash photos with them.
Yeah.
So far, I've gotten LeBron James and Lele Pons, but Lele Pons was actually so fucking nice to me that I like couldn't even post the photo because she was like so
just
nice
a kind
to me.
Person.
And then I was like, wow, you know what? Being a bitter fucking cunty hating ass bitch is kind of mean.
Because
but I'm gonna keep doing it.
You know what? Because people think that shit about us. They're like, those people are fucking whack and corny. And if I saw them in person, I would take a photo of their face without them knowing. And like, could you imagine what that would feel like?
I don't care. I get made fun of all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why I'm so.
Literally, we got called Squidbillies. Like, that was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, no, that shit was so awesome.
That was literally the funniest like diss ever, and it was like so lighthearted. But then people like started taking it and being.
I know, like, please know that when people make fun of me and Drew, we don't fucking care. Actually, like, it's funny to us. We're literal cunts. We are, specifically me. I'm a hating ass bitch. When people like make fun of like maybe like something I wear or my appearance or something, like, I don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
It's when bitches question my morals. That's why I'm gonna fucking fight you and show you I'm crazy.
You.
But that's different.
She's crazy, but she's free.
I'm fucking crazy, but I'm free.
But
anyways,
yeah, just like balls in my mouth and like wiener and like butt stuff.
What is wrong with you, bitch?
What do you mean?
All right, and with all that being said, that was this episode.
It was squirt-tastic.
All right, let's get into media.
Yeah. I took my media down. Did you take notes of it?
No. I have to start doing that.
I decided, I was like, I'm going to start taking notes so I don't have to look it up right at the end. So Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so my media of the week. So I have like the most like actually chaotic, like dangerous playlist to like anybody's psyche made of all time currently. Like both of y'all know, like it's
God, dude.
dangerous. Like it's really evil.
Drew came back from Texas with some shit that I literally want to fucking slap him
Yeah,
for.
but I actually like thoroughly enjoy it, and it's like a pipeline. Like this is where you end up. Like when after you start listening
It's
to
the
like
cycle.
Boards of Canada, Aphex Twin. Like this is where you end up. This genre of music.
All the fucking annoying like Aphex Twin motherfuckers can be like, not true, not true.
Yeah, because you're not there yet, bitch.
Just wait.
But it's called Breakcore. And the song that has really just been really great for me is Spiral 2005 by Team Meccano. Just give it a listen, give it a chance. It will be the worst thing you've ever listened to. It's kind of like the first time you listen to like Blady, or it's just like you're like, what the fuck
What
is
I
this?
will say is like some breakcore I really do like. Like some of the shit Dante showed me I like, but like some of it I just can't get down with because it literally like hurts my brain. But that's
Yeah.
also because like who knows what's happening up here.
Give it a chance. You might surprise yourself. You might enjoy it. It's like, I know it's bad to use this word, but like I like controversy. It's literally schizophrenic music. Like it's actually so naughty. And then my media of the week is Mind Games.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mind Games.
That
God, that
shit
movie's so good.
hits, and I just rewatched it. Actually, one of the best animated movies of all time. It's such a sleeper.
Easily.
It's such a sleeper. Like people talk about like Perfect Blue or Paprika or just like any.
If I had to pick between Paprika, because Paprika is pretty good, like, comparison, I would 100% pick Mind Games.
Yeah, it's just so weird. It's so weird. I can't believe, like, it's just like a
all
feat.
the music in it too is just so fucking good.
It's like a feat of animation. Like I
Yeah.
cannot believe they were able to do it, and it sounded good. Like,
also just like when I think of like animation
good, sorry.
sequences in my brain, it's always like shit that I'm like, dude, how would you even draw that out? That sounds crazy. But that movie is like the closest thing that was just like taking a character running and then making it into like a million things, if that makes sense. It's just it's so mind-boggling.
yeah, it's literally a mind game.
Anyways.
Fuck you.
My media of the week is Claro's whole fucking album. It is so fucking good. I literally love her. I'm in love with her. It's all I've been listening to.
Amiibo.
I tell them cats, I've been in the alley. If you get it, you get it.
If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know.
And then just like individual songs that have really been touching my little heart is The Letter by Dufils. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Touch by Omarion. Superstars by Yves Tumor. That one's back in rotation. If you know me, you know that song is so fucking good to me. Knocks Me Off My Feet by Stevie Wonder. That's all I'll give you. Don't get fucking greedy. I'll slap you in the face.
You know.
Also, Un Beso by Aventura. Like that song.
I'm gonna give a couple more songs because you give good songs, and I'm just gonna.
You give good songs too, girl.
In Ending Ascent by Brian Eno. Just like an emotional anthem, like it'll make you feel something you haven't felt before in your life. Papua New Guinea by The Future Sounds of London. Ha! So good. And then I'm gonna give one more because I love the playlist that they made. Someone made a playlist.
Well, you have to, but the thing that makes the media so good is you give like kind of a tease, so they come
A little
back for more.
tease. I'm gonna give one more. No, I'm not. Fuck you.
Yes.
Come back for more. Come back for more,
You gotta
bitch.
keep coming back for it. That's why I haven't done a playlist, because I'm like, do you want to hear it? You have to come here.
Yeah.
Also, my media of the week, like visually, is Better Call Saul, because I
Wow.
will have sex with Saul and Mike. I will have
Literally-
sex with both of them.
What's his fucking name? Saul? Do you know his name?
What's his like the actor's name? Oh wait, we have to figure this out.
Because
Who is Saul Goodman?
I would literally have sex with him like 100 times in one night.
James Morgan McGill, also known... Bitch, that's his name in the fucking movie. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Or not the movie, in the shows. Like...
He just did that movie with nobody, and he was, like, literally sexy hot in it.
What the fuck is his real name? Like... Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
We will have sex with Bob Odenkirk.
If you are listening to this podcast, please have sex with us.
I will suck you. I have to say, I'll suck your balls.
That's my media of the week.
I'm pretty sure this man has a wife.
We're about to shoot a movie with Bob Odenkirk, and that's the media of next week.
That's going to go on the Patreon.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the feedback. This is actually the first episode we're recording since the podcast has been out. So now we know that we are not the most hated people in the world, and that is relieving.
We love all of your comments. Every time you comment something,
we read them.
Give us topics, something you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
What's the discourse you want us to bring to the forefront?
Yeah, because now we're going weekly, basically.
Yeah.
So if you have anything you want us to touch on, let us know. We read every fucking comment and we love it.
I said I'll touch on you.
You said it like it's a bad thing, like I'm gonna react poorly, but like I want it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.